What is going on, everybody? It's NothingButSkillz, and in today's video we are going to be talking about 4 brand sets coming to the Division 2 during Warlords of New York. Now I'm pretty sure all of these brand sets will be available for everybody, whether you stay in DC or whether you go to New York City to help fight against Aaron Keener. But what brand sets are great about are they help supplement our builds, right? A lot of our builds right now were supplemented by brand sets, and even some builds were nothing but brand sets, like the Healer Guard builds and so on. So the first brand set we'll be talking about is the Goal Line brand set. Now this set gives you 10% status effects for one piece. It's the first time that I see this attribute on any brand set at all. And I'm assuming the 10% status effects is for people who are using something like the Pyromaniac or something that's going to cause a status effect to the enemy. You get that 10% status effects towards it, right? I don't really see this as a protection. I see this more as offensive, which could be very viable, a one piece, right? The 2 piece, I'm not really impressed with. The 1% armor regeneration, nothing really there that I'm really seeing. 1%, is that really going to make a difference? But you do get a 5% total armor with the 3 piece. So if you do stack up the 3 pieces of this, it could be something we can work with. It just really depends on how strong armor is going to be in Gear 2.0 versus how strong health is, right? What we're stacking more into. The next brand set we're going to look at is the Ceska brand set. Now, it gives you, for the 1 piece, it's going to give you 10% critical hit chance. So for a lot of you guys who like stacking that critical hit chance on a build, I think this is probably the first brand set that we've ever had that had critical hit chance at 10% at the first slot. Usually we have to have 2 or 3 pieces just to get the critical hit chance. We also got the 10% hazard protection, something that you guys are very familiar with if you guys have been playing Division 2 pre Warlords of New York. And then for the 3 piece, we get the 8% health. Now, just like the last set that gives you 5% total armor, this one gives you 8% health. And depending on what is more viable in Warlords of New York, well, that will determine whether we are stacking more into health and what we're stacking more into armor. So this one right here, running a 3 piece might not be something we do, but we might run the 1 piece, or we might run the 2 piece if we need that hazard protection. The next brand set we're going to dive into looks like the one that I probably would use the most. This one looks like you could actually run some type of hybrid with it. You get 20% skill haste, right, with the 1 piece. The 2 piece gives you 10% skill damage, so your skills are going to do a little bit more damage. And then look at the 3 piece, 5% weapon damage. So for people who like running those hybrid builds, they still want to do damage with their weapons, and they still want to put out damage with their skills. Well, this might be a brand set that you want to stack onto your build, because 20% skill haste, 10% skill damage, and 5% weapon damage gives you that ability to run some type of hybrid build. But we really don't know until Gear 2.0. But so far, I'm really liking that one right there. And the 4th and final set comes from the Grupo Sombra set. And this gives you 15% critical hit damage. And just thinking out loud, remember the Ceska set gives you 10% critical hit chance. So right off the bat, you could have 2 pieces, right? 1 piece of the Ceska that gives you 10% and then 15%. You already have 10% critical hit chance on your build and then 15% just running 2 different pieces. Now the 3rd piece on this one also gives you 15% explosive damage. So if you like running those seeker builds and you want them to hit harder, well, that's going to do it for you running a 2 piece right here. And then the 3rd piece is going to give you that 10% headshot damage. So this is actually a really good set. It looks like a really good offensive set. But looking at all 4 sets, I don't really see myself running any 3 pieces here. I can see myself running 1 piece here, 1 piece there, maybe 2 piece here. It really depends what happens once we get our hands on Warlords of New York. But just looking from the outside in, just thinking of, you know, Title Update 7, where we're in right now, would I run any of these in the current meta? I'd probably run maybe 1 or 2 pieces, but it really just depends on how the old brand sets hold up to the new brand sets. Because remember, the old brand sets are all getting reworked some way. They're going to have different talents. So just waiting on those. As soon as we see what those talents are on each of the old brand sets plus the new brand sets, and then how we can mix match these, I just think there's going to be a lot of really good build diversity. And I'm really excited for what we're going to have with Gear 2.0. I know a lot of people didn't really like the build diversity that we had in Title Update 6, Title Update 7, even though it wasn't horrible, but I think we will have a lot more coming up in the future. And that's a good thing. The more builds people can play, the better the game, the better the state of the game will be, right? So we're going to wrap up this video here. Let me know what you guys like out of all 4 of those sets in the comment section. Which one would you use? Would you pair different ones up? Would you use like one piece of another? Let me know what you guys think about the new brand sets. I'll keep bringing you guys as much Warlords of New York information as I get it. And hopefully you guys are enjoying the content. I appreciate all the support you guys have been showing the channel lately. But we're going to wrap this up video here. If you're new, don't forget to hit the subscribe button. Turn the notification bell on so when I release a video, you guys get notified. I appreciate all the support. I'll see you in the next one. Nothing but skills is out.